America is to survive, and what I mean by that is if it's going to continue as a democratic constitutional republic, then Americans are going to have to stand up and fight for it. It's not going to be given to you free. It's not going to be handed to your children or grandchildren for free. You know, our founding fathers had to fight for it. You know, along the 240 plus years of our existence, people had to stand up and fight. The fight is just different this time. You don't have to go, pick up a weapon and go fight in some faraway land. You have to fight for democracy right here at home by recognizing that democracy here is under assault. Look at what happened with the NBA. It's clear as day if you choose to look at it.
So in a way, we're already in World War III?
We are in World War III, and you are in the front lines. I am now in the front lines. When I had a uniform on, I was, working in the government. I wasn't really paying attention, but now I'm fully woke, and I'm taking up the battle cry, and this is one of the ways that I'm doing it.
In a shocking report first published by Global News, China is seen sending a call to action through diversified arms of state media, state-controlled enterprises, diplomatic channels, and their overseas diaspora. This effort was orchestrated by the United Front, which is directly controlled by party chairman Xi Jinping. These clandestine United Front networks are operationally coordinated from Chinese consulates and embassies around the world, from Canada to Australia to Japan and the United States. At the same time, China was telling the world there was no human-to-human transmission of the virus, and that the pandemic was no cause for alarm around the world. The WHO repeated these claims as well as much of Western media. However, even as China was launching this clandestine operation overseas, it was portrayed as a warlike effort at home in state media. In addition, U.S. Congress has reported that China slapped export restrictions on U.S. companies producing PPE in China, such as 3M, which led to a diplomatic standoff between the nations. According to Beijing's own records, this effort was a resounding success, and China imported over 2 billion safety masks by March, as seen in customs reports. And of course, the masks that China hoarded were then sold back to the rest of the world, many times higher than their original cost. Chinese propaganda stated, "Every overseas Chinese is a warrior," Xinhua News. They continued, "They traveled day and night and raced against time to send back batches of scarce supplies for the motherland." To be clear, China used their diplomatic corps and propaganda outlets to launch a clandestine United Front operation against the countries of the world while they covered up the pandemic and became the world's largest hoarder of critical supplies. These revelations are shocking and must be investigated by governments around the world. For One American News, I'm Jack Posobiec.